Seeing blood in early pregnancy can be absolutely terrifying. Here's something that many women are never told. Spotting in the first trimester is actually fairly common. So let's talk about why it happens, what's usually normal, and when bleeding needs to be evaluated. Save this video, you may want it later, and follow so you can always be in the know and not in the dark. Studies show that about 20 to 30% of pregnancies experience some bleeding in the first trimester. And there are several physiological reasons this can happen. One of the earliest is something called implantation bleeding. Around the time the embryo attaches to the uterine lining, tiny blood vessels in that lining can break as the pregnancy embeds itself. This can cause very light spotting, usually pink or brown, that lasts a short time. Another very common reason for early bleeding or spotting in the first trimester is cervical sensitivity. During pregnancy, rising estrogen dramatically increases blood flow to the cervix. This makes the cervix much more vascular, meaning it contains more tiny blood vessels that can bleed easily. Because of that, light spotting can sometimes happen after things like sex, a pelvic exam, or even straining with a bowel movement. And constipation is actually a very real, very common symptom of pregnancy. Now, for many women, this type of spotting is light, brief, and not associated with severe pain. However, bleeding in early pregnancy should always be taken seriously enough to pay attention to the pattern. Bleeding that is more concerning can include things like bleeding becoming heavy like a period, passing any clots or tissue, bleeding accompanied by cramping or sharp pain, or bleeding with shoulder pain, dizziness, or one-sided pain, which can sometimes signal an ectopic pregnancy. These symptoms should always be evaluated by a provider. Light spotting on its own does not automatically mean something is wrong, and many completely healthy pregnancies experience it. In the next video, we're going to talk about another symptom that often causes anxiety in early pregnancy: cramping, why it happens, and when it's normal. Save this video so you can come back to it later, share it with somebody else who might benefit, and follow for more health education which actually respects women.